Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's Miss Annette. Yes, I am back. Oh, yes, and I have a little something today. My opinion, as always. Let's get that first. Anyway, let me thank my Most High, who I choose to call God, who lives in me and works through me. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those nights. I'm coming. I am coming most definitely. Yes. I think I have some interesting information that I just want to share with some of my young folks out here. But first, let me thank a few people. First, let me thank Smack of the Black Tea Tour. He's on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Yes. You can catch him at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Also, let me thank Mark Taylor. You hear that too? Go, Mark, go. You can find Mark at Official Mark Taylor, Instagram. I hope my mic is going. I did check that before I came on. Anyway, also, let me thank Cass, my graphic designer. Thank you, Cass. And you can find Cass at GoCassGo.com. Woo, woo. Yes, we're going to have an interesting one. It's some information that I got to put out here. It just, it got to me. So I figure I'll bring it to my platform. And also, let me thank my photographer, Michael. How you doing? You see his information strolling at the bottom of my screen. Yes. Also, Lenise. Thank you, Lenise. And you can find Lenise at lovelytreasurestores.com. And I got a new friend here. She got the rings. Keisha Treasure Chest. Thank you, lady. I appreciate it. I got them rings on time. Speedy service. Missing it like that. Speedy service. Yes. Thank you. That pretty? That is so friggin' pretty. Thank you so much. Also, let me thank Bert Works. Morris, hey, how you doing? His information is strolling at the bottom of my screen. Also, that's my home improvement guy up there in New York City. Yes. Thanks, Morris. All right. Miss Annette just have a word tonight. Just a word. And I'm going to present it in a way that if you're sitting in the cockpit, if you're sitting in first class, or if you're sitting in the belly of the plane or the rear of the plane, you will understand. I'm going to come on that level so everyone can understand what Ms. Annette is bringing to them, the information that I do believe people need to understand. And I'm coming for my young adults today, once again. Last week's show, I did mention it, that we have a problem in this country. You can see my title, Missing in Action. We have so many young folks that go missing in this country and never to be heard from again. And this young lady right here, I caught her a little information last week. I'm just gonna run a little bit of her story.
And Quanell X says they met a guy who wanted them to come back to this apartment complex. Friends told Watts' family that they dropped her off at this apartment complex before going to a store to buy some makeup. When they returned to the apartment complex, they could not find or call Sharteria. The trio was already out celebrating her 20th birthday that night at a club. The friend called her cell phone multiple times, and at some point, the calls went directly to voicemail. Community activist Quanell X believes Sharteria was met with foul play, and the man she and her friends met at the club was no good.
What we do know, and this is not to disparage anyone, but the young girls had been dancing at a nightclub.
It doesn't matter what these young ladies was doing. Unfortunately, one of them did not make it back to their family. And this is why I'm bringing this information to my platform.
And they thought that they would want to come here and perhaps make a few extra dollars. It was a trick. It was a setup. They came and only one went in. But the plan, we believe, was for all three to go into that vacant apartment.
Did you hear that? One went in. I'm going to let him finish, and then I'm going to...
apartment at this particular property.
And the family did file a police report. The friends filed a police...
Well, listen, I brought that information because, ladies, young ladies, please. I gotta go here. It doesn't matter what they was doing, because people want to say they was out dancing at the clubs and making them some money. It doesn't matter. My thing is, what matters is that that young lady didn't make it home to her family. And I know as a mother, I'll be all messed up. And I ain't pleading with the young ladies. I don't care how you make your money. There's a rule to the thumb. Don't leave those clubs with people. If they didn't bring the money, then you didn't need the money. Don't get fooled, because that's where some men come to prey upon women to get them, lure them with the money. And they're never seen again by their family. And this is going to introduce us into my main topic today. Yeah, we're going to be talking about this. Human trafficking and sex trafficking. That young lady's probably never going to see her family again. Her family's never going to see her again. And we have people out here in our society who are not nice. They don't smile with you properly. They give you that side smile. And if they show some of these young girls some money, our young girls are moving and don't understand that sometimes it's a trap. Money will lure people into a trap, never to be seen again, be missing in action from their families. I am just overwhelmed with the fact that this happens every day in this country. From human trafficking to sex trafficking. And I found out when I was researching this, it is, a lot of people don't understand that human trafficking is totally different from sex trafficking. Human trafficking is when people snatch, other individuals, and they may come from other countries, to do domestic work in the house, to be a nanny, a housekeeper, the maid, room and board. That's human trafficking, where they do, other things like they grab people for their organs. But I want to talk about how we have to teach our kids, our loved ones, sex trafficking go on in this country like never before. And it's always swept under the carpet, under the table. Nobody really wants to talk about it. Right now everybody's, agenda and talking about this goofy juice and the lemon juice that they're trying to inject in people for a virus that they got going on. And we were in isolation and lockdown for over a year. So now that they open up the country again, Our young, folks are going back to school. They're leaving the nest for the first time. I just want them to all come home to their families. You send your child out to get an education. You look forward to them coming home for the holidays. You look forward for them coming home after finishing 4 years. And I'm going to go here. Don't allow your kids to tell you it's not okay. You're in my business. Check on your children. Have a schedule. Make sure they call you at the same time every day. Put that tracker on their phone. Damn it, put a tracker on their books in a bag. Teach them it's for their safety. It's not about being in a business. It's about you loving them. And you want to protect them. You want them to come home. We got to teach them that, because nowadays these kids be like, Ma, why you all in my business? I'm going to be nice and say, excuse me, if I'm paying for that college and I'm feeding you, I want you to tell me where you're at. Not trying to take away anybody's freedom or anything like that, but parents, moms, I know I'm a mom, even when you're a young adult and you out here, you going to clubs and you're going to do this, and tell somebody where you going. Stop thinking people want to be in your business. My motto was definitely, my boys left the house, them guys, where you going? Who you going to be with? Because if anything happened, I could say you went this place, you went that place, and you was with such and such. This is why your parents want to know where you going. I am so hurt about that young lady. And that happens every day. Just want y'all to understand, they're not trying to be in your business, because you are their business. To get you to be a healthy, productive member of society, that is your parents' business. So don't deny them that, because you want to be grown and you out here on your own. Don't do that. Parents, please insist your males and females know where they're going and who they're with, because not everybody out there is their friend. So, again, teach them that, please. Never separate. If y'all ladies are going out, your guys going out, do not separate. Don't do that. Stop that. It's your life could depend on it. The life that you once knew with your family, going to school, going to work, that separation from that crowd, that the people that you went with, you separate because you want to go this way for whatever reason. It could be over from one bad decision. Let's teach them that. Also, I want to say this before I start bringing up the stats on this. Yeah, I know y'all out there partying for the college. Yeah. All them damn parties. I don't have a problem with y'all drinking. No. Be careful who you take your drinks from. Again, not everybody is your friend. Just because they're friendly, they're not your friend. Do not take drinks from people. Don't put your drink down. Say you going to the bathroom. The rule of the thumb, if you leave your drink unattended, or even with a friend, you need to get a new one. Please. Because people are not kind out here. Everybody's out to make a dollar. And you got to even be careful of your bartenders. Yeah, I'm going to say that shit. Because they be down with the fuckery also. Got to be careful. Got to be suspicious of everyone. I always say if you grew up in New York and LA or Chicago, you know how to run on these streets in any state. Any state. It's about you being safe and returning to your family. Because this happens every day, all day long. Yeah. We have a problem in this country. They don't want to talk about it. You know, that sex trafficking is not a joke. Yeah. Going on a girl's, trip out. Y'all girls stay together. Don't go wandering off. Stay in that group. Do things together. Because you got to remember, you're someplace you're not familiar with. Don't take rides from people. If you are using Lyft, at least, your parents, people have a track of what car you got in and who you was with. Got to think about it. We got to think before we act, because one wrong decision can cost you your life as you once knew it. Yeah, it's a problem. And this goes on both sides for men and women. The number of people that are actually abducted in this, country, who snatched, it's ridiculous. And they don't even find most of them. That's the hard part. Yeah. They don't even. Yeah. This one here, I found this one missing by states. I'm going to show you the breakdown by states. More than 600,000 people of all ages come up missing in this country. Just in this country alone. Over 600. And they're not being found. What the hell is going on? I want to say something, but fuck it, I'm going to say it. Are people eating people? Did we never find them? I don't know. We don't know. This is why I'm urging men and women, our young adults, stop thinking that your parents want to be all in your business. No, baby. They want to keep you in their life. That's what they want to do. They want to keep you in their life. And right here tells you the top 10 states. We got California. Thank you for the thumbs up. You got California, Florida, Texas, Arizona, Washington, New York, Michigan, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Tennessee. Listen, this happens throughout this country and nobody wants to really deal with it because something else is going on. I'm urging, please, talk to the youth. They think they're grown. And then they go out their door and don't tell you where they're going. Never to come back. Let's don't let that happen to them, please. Let them know. Insist on them telling you where they're going. I know this is rough because as a mother, that had happened to one of my children. Yeah, I would want to kill everybody. And see, the one thing I noticed when I was researching is, mainstream media don't focus on people of color. No, they don't even want to knock on the door. They didn't want to go to that door where that young lady went to, where the apartment eventually was empty. Yeah, she was lured there, unfortunately. It's a hurt feeling. Hey, how you doing? So this is just my way of trying to help. We have to insist on our children. I don't care how old they are. Where you going and who are you going with? I don't want them to be missing in action. This is why I'm doing this podcast today. No, I don't want these children to be missing in action. We got to talk to them. Hey, Mo. Yeah. It's a problem. We just got to do better with our communication with them, because this right here, this is real. I even heard the story where some young ladies went on a little trip and in a fancy hotel, expensive hotel. These hotels, y'all have to do the reviews on these hotels. Don't be traveling alone, because the hotel people be down with it. Yeah, understand that. They be down with it. So, again, do the reviews, check in on what's going on with these hotels. What are their reviews? Because people going to write them reviews. Are there any complaints? Stuff like that. Now, this right here tells you, yeah. The number of males under 21, the number of females that come up missing in this country. These are the stats from last year. And then over 21. We got a problem. It's a lot of people, a lot of young folks, a lot of our young adults just disappear. And the only way we are going to be able to prevent it is if we teach our young adults, our children, that when you leave the house or if you're away at school, have a certain time to call your parents. Stay on that schedule. Be consistent, because when you don't call, they know that you are in trouble. I'm just begging, please. Don't go party hopping and nobody knows where you're going. I guess I was too afraid to sneak out my mother's house. Our teenagers, they'll slide through a window and go on it. And a lot of times their friends already know, their parents don't know they snuck out. So they got a jump start on the parents and the police. Yeah, we got a problem in this country, because everybody that you say is your friend is not your damn friend. Sorry. No, they're not. Not at all. Next stat I'm going to show. And I'm going to talk about this one in a way like, let's think about this. Yeah. We're talking about by nationalities, the number of people that's missing in this country. Okay. I understand we have, the whites on top, then the blacks, and then unknown. But look at Asian and what's the last one? Anyway, my thing is, when you look at these different nationalities, the numbers are higher here in this country for our whites. Why? They have a lot of freedom and they can basically go and do whatever they want. They really don't have to tell their parents where they're going or what they're doing. You know, in our culture, that was unheard of. You couldn't leave your parents' house unless they knew where you was going or who you was going with. But see, in the last couple of years, these numbers are rising. Because we had these Generation Z and Generation X, you know, they do not want to listen. And we are having this problem. These kids are disappearing. Because they feel they grown. No, baby, if you still eating in my house, you gotta let them know. If you still asking me for money, where you going? And I'm gonna say this. I know a lot of parents work, you know, and they gotta get out there and, you know, take care of the family. And there's a lot of single moms and stuff like that. Because I was a single mom. Absolutely. Yes, I was. It wasn't until my kids was much older is when I went into working different tours, different shifts. But I was always a 9-to-5 person. While they was in school, that's when I worked. And I did, the unthinkable. No, you can't have a key. You have to be in this house before the door is locked. You know, I understand we got a lot of latchkey kids going on. And our parents are at work. We don't know what our kids are doing. We just got to really, really speak to them in a way that they have to really get it through their heads. That it is important that you let me know where you going, how long you going to be, and who you with. Thing. I never told my kids when I was off, especially when I started working for law enforcement. I didn't tell them my tour I was on, none of that. Nope. Because why? Why? I'm not gonna tell you. Because I told you to be in my house at a certain time. Yeah, I'm gonna roll up. Mama did that to me. So I just returned the favor to my sons. You know, when you open that refrigerator, you had something to eat, so you need to let me know. And I need you in my house at a certain time. You know, it's nothing like when I was growing up. Things are much worse. We got this social media just taking over our kids. They have no idea how to communicate with one another. So they don't even, you know, they don't want to talk to their parents. They don't want to talk to their parents. But we can't allow them to walk around. Here. Yeah. I'm back. Woo. Okay, I want to show a little bit more stats when it comes down to, you know, how our people are actually. I'll open that back up. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. This is the next one here. That under 21, and this one is by gender. We're gonna look at this because under 21, we have so many females that go missing, and these are the stats, you know, that was posted for 2021. Yeah. And as you get over 21, you know, the stats for the males are larger. It's much more than the females over 21. You know, they have they have to get these girls when they're young, because if they selling them into, sex trafficking, that's where they're going to get their money out of them. And just imagine when they finish with these women, what happens to them. Wow. We in trouble. I do believe we are in trouble. So, again, we have to be careful. We have to teach our kids that it is important that they let us know where they're going and who they're going to be with. Because without that, here we go. Without that, we could lose them. Look at these numbers. This is the number of... Look at these numbers. This is for the past couple of years. The missing complaints, missing persons found. For the number of people that were missing and how many are found, we have a problem. Damn it. These numbers are going up, and the found individuals are low. In this country, we're losing our young adults and our children because we have people that like to prey on them and bring them all the way into sex trafficking, human trafficking. And the human trafficking, a lot of people don't even realize that they're doing organ harvesting. They looking, see who looks healthy and whatnot. Yeah, they are doing that. You jogging out there all day, every day. They looking at you like, And these people's bodies are never found. And if they are found, do they talk about, the organs that are missing? No. Now, this one here shows the different age groups where from 0 to 4 years old. But when you get to 15 to 17, look at the number. We definitely is having a problem in this country. Our young folks have to understand. We're not trying to be in their business. They are our business. We should not allow them to tell us what they're going to do. Hey, Karen. No, we're not letting them do that. No, we're not going to do that. These are the number of parents that are crying each and every day. But if we could take them precautions, it is so important that we do. Got to talk to them. Got to convince them. Got to get them to sit down and pay attention. We're not trying to be in their business. We are their business, and they're our business. We need to know where they're going, who they're going with. If it's not anything that sounds copacetic to you, mom, dad, let them know. Oh, no, you're not doing that. This is real sad. But this is what we're dealing with in this country. And nobody's really talking about it because everybody's talking about the, lemon juice they trying to give people. But this is reality. We have to remember this country was locked down for a year. So once they open it up, these people are right back to business. Right back to business. We don't let our kids go back to college. They pray around these college campuses. I don't want anyone to lose their child in this matter. No one should have to lose a child in this matter. We have enough violence on our streets, but for your child to disappear, no word from them ever again. I can only imagine the devastation from that mother. Honey, you were absolutely right. My mama watched me like a hawk. My mother had me under such control. I was scared. Healthy fear is okay. Some frightening fear when you growing up, We need them to have that. We got to give them that frightening fear. It's okay to have them frightening, that they don't go out in these streets and get lost, to never be seen again. I hear you. My mama wasn't no joke. No, she did not do that. I don't know if anybody remember that case. It was about 8 or 10 years ago. Gina de Jesus, Michelle Knight, and Amber Berry. Berry had a daughter. This man kidnapped them and had them in a home for 10 years. Berry ended up having a daughter for that man. This is what these people do. You know, that's that sickness that they have. We got to teach our kids, listen. And I know they was going on, like, they married way. One of the young ladies was like, she called her sister and told her, I'm on my way home. Never showed up. 10 years later, with a daughter. This is happening in our country. And our government don't really care. And I'm going to even mention this one because I can remember people go abroad. Young girls go abroad. You know, their parents got money. They can go to class. And Italy, they are the biggest targets when they leave this country. Yes, they are. 1 or 2 of them go. And sometimes you just got to relax until you know how to interact in society. My thing is going abroad is a whole different damn story. Laws are different. Police is different. You know how bad our shit is over here with the police. So you can only imagine trying to fight a foreign, land, government to try to find out what happened to your child. So it is a problem. And I just want people to understand that we got to definitely school our youth, our young adults. I'm going to tell you, even to this day, if I'm going somewhere, somebody know who I'm with and where I'm going. Because that's just bred in me. It's embedded in me to always let someone know who I'm with and where I'm going. You got to understand it's okay to have that little tracker on your phone. And if you got those kids that are in college, find another way to put it between you and your child that they always carry this little tracking device so that you know where they're at. You got to know where they're at. Once they leave your home, they think they're grown, but they still asking you for their damn money. They still asking you for your money, so you need to know where they're at because you want them back home safely. You don't want your parents to be crying because you went out with with a friend or two and never to be heard again. I just want people to understand so much. Talk to your youth. Talk to your young adults. Again, as an adult woman, ageless, you should always let people know, hey, lady, always let people know where you're going. Because if you can't tell them where you're going, that means you don't need to be going. Don't go. If you got that feeling that means you shouldn't be going. No, don't go. There's a universal sign. I do believe it's this right here. If you're in trouble, if you're with someone that you're not safe with, this is a universal sign. I was again researching about this trafficking and stuff like that, and I ran across a little segment where they came with this sign, especially for individuals, because it was a lot of work being done at home, you know. So people was reaching out on Zoom. If you see a kid that looks uncomfortable, scared, you know, you got that intuition, you know. We know. Absolutely. I'm going to shout them out, that who are the moms who are hawks on their children. You know, I appreciate you, you know, and hopefully you teach them to be the same way. Thanks, Lily. I just want our kids to come home. Those are babies. I don't care how grown they get. Don't care. Because I would want to kill everybody if something happened to one of mine. I would want to kill everybody. You know, I don't have good sense. You know, and this is why I'm bringing this podcast, because I know it's a lot of mothers out here that don't have good sense. But I'm pleading with our young adults who are mothers also. You got to keep all your eyes on your children, honey. You can't even leave them in the front yard no more. Can't do that no more. You know, we're not growing up in the same neighborhoods. So we have to teach them. We have to teach them. You know, like I said, some frightening fear is okay. Because, frightening fear when you're growing up. Teach them to be fearless. Absolutely teach them to be fearless. But growing up, always teach them that keep looking around them, pay attention. This is another one. Stop with the ear party things, okay, people? Teach our kids not to block their ears. They need to hear what's going on around them. I have such a problem with that. My niece. Yeah. Oh. I'm putting that up there. I hope that was something for all my people up here. My niece used to always walk around with the ear pods blocking her ears. And I got her one day because I was telling her for time and time again, don't cover both your ears because you cannot hear if someone is walking up behind you. People, stop it. Stop it. They will definitely your target. You cannot hear anything around you. And I snatched her neck one day. My niece is light as ever. She was red that day. And after that, it wasn't until I actually grabbed her neck when she stopped plugging up both her ears. We have to teach them, don't do that. You walking down the street and somebody's watching you. You better believe people watch you all the time. That's their job. Their job is to get paid on each body that they can pull in. Only wear one. Only wear one. I do the Bluetooth and that's it. That's it, Lenise. Bluetooth. And if I ain't got no Bluetooth, I'm on speaker. Because I need to know what's going on around me at all times. I need to hear what's going on. I need to hear. We have to teach them that. That's a problem with our youth. They're blocking their ears up. They never know when someone is walking up behind them. They don't even know if it's gunfire going on. Nothing. So, this podcast was really for our young folks. And men, the young men ain't getting away because our young men disappeared too. Again, they're harvesting the organs. People don't talk about that. They don't want to talk about that. You see my little chain, Lenise? Like my little chain. I like this one. But yeah, we have to teach them. Because we have a culture and a group of a generation that's coming up here that think they know everything because it is so-called social media that's pumping the wrong information into them and showing them how to do all kind of crazy dances and popping and whatnot, you know. Nah. Teach them. They must tell you where they're going, who they're going with, what time they be back. And if they're away at college, make that schedule. Make that schedule that they contact you at this time every day. Every day. Because once they don't call you like clockwork, you know something is going on with your child. People got to remember that. Especially when they're away to college. Please. And if they're going away, girls day out, go hang out with the guys, going to Bahamas, going to Aruba, whatever. Have them contact you. You know, you can't tell them not to drink because they're going to do what they want to do when it comes down to that. But teach them not to leave their drinks and come back to them. I'm sorry. I'm just here, not even with their friends. Don't do it with their friends. Stay friends. Don't leave your drink with your friend. I keep saying, everybody that say they your friend ain't your goddamn friend. They're not your friend. You have a lot of people that have friends that are jealous of them. A lot. People don't even understand that. They calling you, yeah, that's my girl. That's my girl. That chick be jealous of you. And why? You don't even know why. If it's about the guys, the same amount of guys talk to you, talk to them. It's always a problem when it comes to women. Be careful how young youth understand your best friend is your mama, females. Your best friend is your mama. It's your mama. Your parents is to protect you. That's why they're your parents. They're protecting you. Yeah, they gotta be all in your business. You are their business. Even up to this day, I still, where you going? Who you going with? Who you going with? And my kids 30 and above. But they do it to me. They do it to me. Mom, where you going? What you doing today? They asking me, I'm going to ask you. Simple. But that's something that I instilled in them from very young. Because when I seen that little news report, that young girl, my heart just sank. 20 years old, going out to celebrate her birthday. I don't care. She was in some dancing club or whatever. And the man told him, oh, I got to go get more money. Got to go get more money. Okay, just bring that shit back to the club. It's what they were supposed to tell him. But he said, come follow me. And they followed him. One went inside. The other two went to the store. Never separate, ladies. Never separate. And don't chase that dollar like that. If you doing that in the club, you make that money. Don't let that damn money make you. Stop. If he can bring that money back to the club, then you didn't need it. Now your family is crying and devastated because they can't find this young girl. She just turned 20 out in Texas. Out in Texas, just disappeared. My heart goes out to her family completely. Completely. Stop letting that money make y'all. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't let the money make y'all. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. Again, please teach your children, teach your young adults that they must tell you where they're going. They must. It's a rule. Just make it a rule in the house. You know, I never stop my boys from going anywhere. You're going to play football. Who you going to play football with? Okay. What park are you going to? Ooh. I'll never forget my son, the oldest son. Ooh. This is back in my college days. He's a big football fan. Big football fan. And he volunteered to look out for his younger brother. They're 7 years apart. And he said, I'll take him out. I got him. He told me what park he was going to. And it was Saturday because I had to take a Saturday class. I said, you sure, Randy? You sure? Yeah, I got him. I said, I'll pick him up right after class. No problem. Okay, Randy, I'll pick him up right after class. This park is at 150 Park off of Rockaway and Sufton Boulevard. That's where he told me he was going to be. So I went to retrieve my youngest son, and neither one of them was there. I panicked. When I panicked. And then he didn't have no cell phones. They didn't have cell phones. I had a cell phone for them to call me, but they didn't have cell phones back then. And this was I got out of class about 4. So Miss Annette is waiting. Okay, so they'll be home soon. Woo, woo. It got dark outside. And, you know, they're not going to do anything about missing children or, you know, after a certain amount of time or whatever, because I definitely called the police. Said, well, he's with his brother. He was 14. And, you know, the youngest one was like 7. And I'm talking about 6 o'clock passed. 7 o'clock went by. And Miss Annette was losing her mind. My heart might as well have jumped out of my chest. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm there bugging my dad. They didn't call you, Daddy? They didn't call you? No, Annette. No, they didn't call me. 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock came. My sons walked in that house that day at 10:30. I had done lost my damn mind. I lost my mind. And you know the school we come from, that oldest one, he got a lashing. He got a lashing. Because he didn't call. And I always told him, call me. If you got a call collect. We always had a house phone back then. So no, I didn't play with them because it's already the odds against our young black men. You know, keeping them out of jail and alive past 25. So yeah, I lost my mind that day. You know, he didn't take his brother no more from me. No, he can't. No, I'll keep him. You know, chances of both of them being, I haven't really been crazy. So, yeah, this is why I say we got to know about children. He ended up, Lynn, let me tell you where he went. He went to play football in a park in Manhattan. We lived in Queens. Lord, the boy must kill me that day. Lied. In Manhattan, by where my mom lived at. And he didn't even go to my mother's house, his grandmother. She didn't even know he was out that way. So, yeah, he got a lashing. See, nowadays, they got this thing where they call these services. They will call the services if you put your hands on your children. That's why our children are out to snacks. That's why these kids have lost their mind. Absolutely. Wait a minute. Good. Mm-hmm. They can report it. That's enough. It is. They can report right away. But when you're looking at us, they don't. Any people of color, Hispanic, Indians, Chinese, they don't do it. They don't do it. And if you're over 16, no. And it varies from state to state, and that's a problem. I think that's a big problem that we have, because it varies from state to state on what age you can call crazy. Yeah. So all I want people to do is to make sure that they understand. Teach your children to always inform you where you're going. There is a universal sign for people that are in danger, that needs help. Please pay attention. If you see someone do that, male or female, try to, I'm not going to tell anybody go bum rush nobody. No. Call the police. Try to get them some help because they gave you that sign. Asking for help. Even if you on one of these Zooms and you see somebody throw that up, they're in trouble. They are in trouble. Yeah. We got to learn how to look out for each other in a healthy manner. We're so laid back. And oh, okay. That's what you posted. Okay, Lenice put up a post on the training. Okay. I'll check it out. I will do that. But also just try to tell, we got to keep each other informed on what's going on out here. They're not talking about this human trafficking and sex trafficking, and our kids are disappearing. Our young adults are disappearing. We got to teach our young adults to keep us informed, because that's a problem. That's a problem. We can't have that. But I think I did. I did give all the information that I wanted to give today. I cannot stress enough. That kid is still eating at your table and in your pocket. You should know where they're going and who they're with and when they'll be back. Nowadays, it seems like some of these parents are afraid of their kids. Don't do that. Don't bring them in here and be afraid of them. No. So I'm going to, make sure anybody that needs that training, I'm going to check it out. But I appreciate everybody that came in here tonight to hear Miss Annette just try to give some information, some numbers, and let people know that I care. I just care about people. I love everybody. I might not like them, but I love everybody. Love everybody. I don't want to see anybody be hurt out here, end up missing. I don't want to see no mother, no father. I don't want to see any parent crying for their baby. I don't care how grown you get. You're going to always be their baby. And that is a fact. My babies is, 29 and 36, they my babies. My babies had babies. but I still know what's going on in their damn life. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lenise. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that stopped through here today. And if you see this, podcast a little later, please come and give a thumbs up. We got to help each other. If we don't step up and try to help each other and inform each other of what's going on and give each other information, we're going to stay lost. So let's find each other by helping each other. Any little thing could do. I appreciate y'all. Until next week, I am out. I always enjoy coming. Good night, everybody. Thanks, Lenise, for coming through. Later. Pay attention. Listen to your parents. They want to see you come home. That's all. Good night, everybody.